You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It's your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging out with you guys. Actually here, still in the Green Industry Hype House, the first ever of its kind, and hopefully one that we make an annual tradition. Actually, sitting across from me, we have a new guest to the show. We have Joshua Sutton, a.k.a. Josh Sutton, with Sutton Outdoor, right?
That's correct.
Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm excited to be here. It's amazing down here.
There you go. We were actually at the pool yesterday, and Josh said all of us people in the Midwest and the North say Yash.
Yash.
They all call him Yash. But this is Josh Sutton. We're actually getting to know each other. I'm not going to pretend like we're best friends, but here's what I'll say. If you're a friend of Caleb Ballman's, you're a friend of mine. And so Caleb and Andy Mulder invited you down as well with this whole club and this group. And it's been pretty good so far, huh?
Amazing. I'm so blessed to be here.
Well, you're from, where are you from again?
Kansas City.
Kansas City. And you guys are getting the same 75-degree and sunny.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, here's the deal. You got a background in hardscaping. You got a great company with your brother, I think.
Yes.
And so we're going to be talking a little bit about that, which is going to be really exciting. So really quick, let's kick it over to you. Maybe just give these guys a 2-minute highlight reel, where your business is at, maybe your background last 5-10 years, and what we're going to be talking a little bit about today on the show.
Sure. I've got about 23 years of the green industry experience. I've got a bachelor's degree in landscape horticulture from Iowa State University. I've had my company here in Kansas City for about 6 years now. My brother works for me as an employee. I own the company 100%. I get to do all the office work and billing and estimating designs, and he gets to work for me. So we're at about $600,000 in revenue right now. We've kind of plateaued. We're looking to add another crew to just expand our capacity. We're maxed out with the two of us, and we're also focused this year on raising our profit margins, not necessarily just adding revenue dollars, but just focusing in on our numbers and tightening things up a little bit.
Amen. And you've been in business, you said, for 23 years?
No, I've been in the industry for 23, but this business, Sutton Outdoor, was started in Kansas City 2014. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Andy Mulder, same thing, 13, 14, he said.
Yeah.
So you guys have been kind of running buddies
close.
the whole time.
Yeah, we just recently, follow him on Instagram. This is actually the first time we've met in person.
Oh, no kid.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this Hype House is all about, man.
I was just hanging out with him in the hot. I'm like, man, I'm bumping shoulders with Fullerton and Mulder now.
Yeah. This is good stuff, man.
Amazing.
And 75 degrees and sunny.
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Which is crazy, man. By the way, a quick little plug and shout out to LMN for putting on this Hype House, which is really, really exciting. They're footing the bill for the house rental. By the way, the home's probably $2.5 million.
Oh, yeah. That's what we looked it up, yeah.
Which I think we're slumming because the one across the street from us is like $7.
Six, seven, yeah.
6, 7. It's insane. But guys, you got to imagine the scene here. It's 7 degrees. It's white sandy beach, palm trees, wind's blowing. We're leaving the doors open, and the little screen is just kind of blowing in the wind. Come on, that's living the dream right there.
You got Paul here with his phone putting us on.
Paul always makes it awkward for us, but no, he's having fun. But let's do this. Let's kick it over to Marty, Mr. Producer. He's going to give us the show updates, the show announcements, and all the exciting stuff that is happening in our world, our ecosystem. And then I want to get back to Josh's story talking about hardscaping and hopefully give you guys some practical tips if you guys are trying to grow into that industry and make more money. This is the guy that's going to teach you how to do it. So let's kick it over to Marty, Mr. Producer, and we'll come right on back.
Ballard Innovative Products is a full line of gear for the lawn and landscape professional. From mower gear, safety gear, trailer racks, equipment securement, equipment servicing tools, aerators, mower blades, X-blades, aluminum baggers, and much more to make you efficient, effective, safe, and profitable in the field. Check out Ballard-Inc.com to help dominate and elevate your business. Ballard Innovative Products. With over 20 years of selling accessories and 30 years in the business, we're sure that we've got something you can't live without. We appreciate the support and look forward to serving you this season. Stay safe and keep grinding, friends. And don't forget to use Brian's 10 to save 10% at Ballard-Inc.com.
Lawns, lessons, and live. This is the Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast. Now, your host, Brian Fullerton.
All right, good deal, guys. Well, Josh, let's just jump right back into your story, brother. So you've been in the industry with your own business now for going on, 7, almost 8 years?
That's right.
So how did you get started in the industry? I mean, a lot of folks love hearing the origin story. So did you work for somebody else or just get out there and get busy or what?
when I was 16, I worked at a local grocery store in town, and I ended up working in their garden center, and I just learned to love plants then.
Okay.
And a lady I worked with knew a guy that had a nursery, so I got tired of working at the grocery store, and she said, my friend's hiring at the nursery, so I met with him, and he was super excited to have me because I already knew plants from working at the grocery store nursery. I worked my way up there. He would go out of town and kind of leave me in charge to run things, and I started installing retaining walls around his show gardens for him. Just like, well, you dig the trench, you compact the base and level the pavers and the retaining wall block, and I did this big retaining wall by myself. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew the basics, and he showed up and was like, who showed up and did this?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
He's like, no way. He's like, you need to get on a crew. So he put me on the crew, and I was leading a crew of 2 guys, and I was like 17, 18. And from there, I worked there 6 years. I developed a deep love for the industry. I learned my trees and plants working there, watering the plants.
Sure.
And I realized I could get a degree in horticulture. So Iowa State, where I was from, Iowa, has a great horticulture program. I didn't think I would get in. I wasn't the brightest kid on the block. Like, I didn't test well, but my ACTs were just high enough to get in, and they sent me the acceptance letter. And I went there sight unseen, got in the program, and just loved it. I did great in the program, and I surprised myself, but I stuck it out, graduated, and moved to North Carolina immediately after that. Started a business down there. I wanted to get out of Iowa. I wanted to go somewhere more seasonal, like, sunshine, warm weather year round.
Yeah.
And I had friends that lived there in a country club, and they let me live with them. I had a GMC Jimmy. I packed everything in the back of it, literally just had enough room to squeeze my elbows in and drive the 15 hours there. I unloaded everything in their driveway, and the guy's like, so what's your plan? I'm like, I'm starting a business.
Yeah.
Like, what do I need to do? He was a lawyer. He's like, well, you need to apply for your EIN and
get your LLC
everywhere, everything going. And so I did that. And he's like, what are you going to do for work? I was like, I was hoping you could hook me up with some friends. Like, you live in this neighborhood? He's like, oh, for sure. So I started off right away working. I landscaped their house, and then this guy owned a bunch of Domino's pizza chains, a huge house in the country club. We did a big job for them. That turned out amazing. I was renting dump trailers, pulling it behind his Suburban.
Oh my God,
a big Suburban.
Yeah.
And so it was
just sweat equity
doing
and
what I
hustle.
had to do to get through. And then I got on the Angie's list at the time, and we ended up earning Super Service Awards. My friend actually purchased the dump trailer for me. He wanted to do it. He's like, I believe in what you're doing. It's amazing. You've already, put the effort in to move here. And so he purchased my first dump trailer. He said, you don't have to pay me back. Just focus on growing this business because I believe in you. And
no kid.
So that was a huge gift. And I went out. I took a loan for my first truck, which I regret, but it was a brand new truck. I made it work, and from there, things took off. My brother actually left Iowa, moved down to work for me then.
Okay.
And
younger brother or older brother?
Older. He's 2 years older.
Okay.
So it's an interesting dynamic, but we make it work. And we've probably been together for 12 years working, and I'm his boss. So, but we took off from there, and we ran that company for 4 years, and then we went in through the recession. I met my wife in North Carolina. We got married 9 months, or we got engaged 4 months after we met, and then married 9 months after that. And we bought a house. The recession hit. We paid money to sell the house. She moved to Raleigh, and I went with her, of course, to get her master's degree. I worked for a large landscape company there.
Sure.
$20 million company. Learned all about irrigation mostly. There I was doing big commercial projects as a foreman for them. She graduated, needed to do an internship. We ended up in Kansas City, back towards the Midwest again, which was cool to be close to my family. It was out of sorts for her moving to Kansas City, but we really loved it. We met a lot of great couples through our church that we found, and I started a company. Another large company hired me to be a project manager for them, doing like $500,000 backyards, and that really expanded my horizons to the possibilities. And I saw the money that's in Kansas City. There's a lot of software companies there and other like medical industries. So I kind of got roped into, I was starting to do side jobs for my friends, and I felt like I was kind of competing with the company I was working for. So I resigned from that position, and there was a lot of life that happened in between all this, but I ended up starting my own company. Again, my wife's like, you need to get back out on your own. Like, that's what you were born to do.
Yeah.
You're not happy working for other people. There's always, the company actually told me I reached the ceiling and I had no more room to grow. And I'm like,
how old were you back then?
What was I, 25, 26, somewhere in there.
Very similar story to Andy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm 25, I got to do my own thing.
Yeah. and literally I'm making probably 3 times as much as I was there.
Right.
Setting my own schedule. It's just been amazing. It's a great lifestyle for us. It's providing for my family. I'm on a weekly paycheck. I'm an LLC as an S Corp, so I'm just on my payroll like a normal employee getting my checks. And it's been great. I mean, it has its ups and downs, but you just can't beat self-employment, I don't think.
Yeah. And how old are you right now?
I'm 39.
39.
Gonna be 40 this year.
The big 4-0, brother.
Yeah, rounding the
That's awesome.
hump. So.
I hope to get there one day myself, you know. But well, let me ask you this: what's the passion for the hardscaping and the retaining wall? So go back to the box store nursery, the grocery store nursery, and you said you came in and made this really nice retaining wall. What was the passion? Did you just is it like expressive? Some people they say like they love the hardscaping because it's expressive.
Oh yeah.
I've talked to other hardscapers and like, no, dude, it's just good margins.
No.
So it's like which is it for you? Is it like just expressive?
It's a passion. It's expressive. You get to, take something completely blank canvas and you dig in it with equipment and machinery. I grew up on a farm. I wanted to be a farmer. Then I wanted to be a construction worker. And then I got into architecture. I used to draw elaborate house plans. When I was in 6th grade, I would design amazing plans. And I found this industry allowed me to do all those. I get to use equipment. I get to work with plants. I get to dig in the earth, and then I can design these elaborate landscapes, and to take something from like a blank backyard and then create an amazing outdoor living space that's going to allow our clients to enjoy time with their family and friends. And we get to go out, they'll invite us back to have steaks and drink a beer on their patio.
Absolutely.
On a steak they cooked on the grill we built in for them, and then have s'mores over the fire. It's like they invite us to 4th of July parties. We become friends with most of our clients because, you're there for 3 to 4 weeks, maybe longer, and they feel like, man, I feel like
your family.
Your family now. And I'm like, and they become raging fans and tell all their family. And people just call me, hey, can we get on your list? And they don't even ask any questions. Like, we're their guy.
That's so cool. So, that's how that kind of transcends customer service here, like versus just putting in a patio or retaining wall.
Yeah.
If they're inviting you back out to the property months later, I mean, that's awesome, right? And I've heard Sean Collinsgrew with Premier say the same thing. He's like, man, it's not uncommon for us to, have that backyard patio outdoor party, that warming party. And they invite the whole crew over.
Yeah, once COVID passes, I've had the idea to sponsor a backyard party. You can have some of your flyers or whatever, but just pay for the steaks and the beers and go hang out have your client invite 10 or 12 friends and just say, hey, this is us. And I think it'd be amazing.
Well, the one thing that I personally love about Hardscape, I tell you what, I live vicariously through you guys. I'm a mowing guy. There's no doubt about that. We focus on mowing. I love mowing. But because I used to work at True Green, I've been spraying people's lawns, in the backyards. I sprayed probably 20, 30,000 homes back in Michigan, right? Back in the day. And every day I'd be doing the backyards. I'd be looking at everybody's hardscaping and landscaping, right?
Yes.
So you got to imagine where I'm coming from, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
For 15 years, I've been scoping out the best setup. Sure. So when I put mine together, I'm hoping to have this baller suite, MTV crib type setup for this home that we're going to be building. But I'll tell you what, like the outdoor living experience, with the hardscaping, the pavers, the colors, the ambient lighting. There's something, I don't know if it's just being a dude, but like I love being outdoors and connecting with just chilling out, like you said, having maybe some running water, having a pool, just kind of hanging out in that backyard. Because a lot of us in what we do, we work so hard during the day. Like you said, you just want to get home at 5, 6 o'clock, kick off the work boots, just kind of chill out, drink a beer if you're into that. For me, I don't drink because I'm crazy as it is, Josh. But you know what I mean? But it's just one of those things where you can just go out there and just chill out, or on the weekend have 4 or 5 friends over. My wife and I, we're big hosting people. We want to have friends over, and so these outdoor living spaces that you guys build. And when I'm watching you guys' Instagram or Tekka or Unilock, Belgar backyard, right? I'm just like, look at all these beautiful outdoor spaces, and I'm thinking memories. I'm thinking, people getting to hang out together.
Sure.
So that's really, really exciting. Let me ask you this: with the passion of designing, building the plants, what's some of the most fun stuff that you like to build? Is it specifically retaining walls, outdoor patios? Is there something that you guys have like your forte in, you're known for?
Yeah, mostly the patios. We incorporate, the wood structure, pergolas.
I love
we
those.
just deck them out, lighting, custom inlays, lots of fire pits. We do a lot of smoke reducing rings, like the Zentro fire rings. We put a lot of those in.
Yeah.
Custom, grill islands, bigger, better grills. Everybody wants a gas grill. We've been running gas lines and all kinds of stuff. The outdoor speaker systems are getting bigger.
Yeah.
Really, the sky's the limit nowadays with the industry growing, and there's always new products out to try. And that's what we always love, going to H&A and the GIE to see what's new. And we'll be develop a relationship there with a manufacturer. And now people are getting into the in lights and everything to, add interest in color changing, LED, hardscape lights.
I'm telling you, I'm your biggest fan with this kind of stuff. Because every time we go, like you said, to GIE and the Hardscape North America show, I always tell folks, don't just go to the mower. For my guys, we're a big mowing audience, right? I say, go to that north wing of GIE, and it's all those smaller booths, right? It's like you said, the outdoor fire pits and the grills and the lighting, and the craziest stuff is always there. And you're always just trying to pluck these little ideas. And with what you do, you can be the most creative ever with as long as there's a budget, for that client.
Yeah, and then you get guys like Sean Collins Group, and then Richard with RC Outdoor. They're all getting into these. They're pushing the edge on design, and it grows our whole industry. We all follow each other on Instagram, and we're all learning and growing from each other, taking little tidbits of things and kind of creating our own style.
Yep.
And we're all sought after for different things, but it's been cool to be a part of that brotherhood on Instagram and YouTube and just learn from everybody, across the country and the world, really. So.
Well, let me ask you this. A lot of my guys listening and they're mowing, I got some landscapers, right? But not everybody that listens to my show is a hardscaper. Sure. But I will say this. 2 years ago, we did a live event. And at my live event, besides speakers coming in for business and life and lawn care, we had two really good guys, Jason Creel, which was for fertilizer. Yeah. I think you got to meet Jason maybe the other day. Then we also had Caleb and Brittany, obviously, for hardscaping. And folks said, well, why are you bringing in a fertilizer guy and a hardscaper guy? And I said, well, most mowing guys, eventually, once you get the clientele, you realize mowing, there's margins, but it's turf treatments usually have better margins, and the hardscaping, it's just bigger ticket items where you can keep your guys there for a week or two, right?
For sure.
So a lot of guys graduate into turf treatments. A lot of guys graduate into hardscaping. So let me ask you, no right or wrong answer, but just love to hear your opinion. Any practical tips for these guys, whether they're 18 to 25 and they're green, or maybe they have an established business but they wanted to branch out? Any practical tips for somebody trying to get into hardscaping? What's their first job? What should they be looking at? Any equipment specifically?
It's definitely good if you can start off working for another established hardscaper, I think. Kind of learn in the field, and as you go, you can go ahead. Interlocking Concrete Paver Institute has an amazing website, kind of sets the bar for industry standards, correct? Okay. Yep. ICPI. Cool. Lots of classes you can take through that. The Hardscape Academy through Caleb and Brittany I recently bought that. I've been in the industry for 20 years, and I learned a few things.
Cool.
And you can instantly apply that in the field, and you can, just get on YouTube. You can Google anything nowadays, and there's Mike Pletz, the How to Hardscape, has a plethora of information on his website.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff for free you can access nowadays, which I would have loved to have had back then.
Amen.
But just start small. Start, your mom's backyard patio, or a friend that you trust, or go to your church. People in your group, your close network, just ask them if they need an outdoor space or a trash can pad or something to just get your feet wet.
Yeah.
And as you build confidence, the projects will grow. You could throw a seating wall in and then try lighting. We've had good luck asking the manufacturers on new products. They'll come out and actually help you install, so you're doing it the correct way, and you can learn directly from them for free just because you're buying their product.
Yeah.
The industry support's been amazing the last few years.
One thing I'll piggyback off of what you just said was, if you're not building something specifically, go to something that maybe can educate you or inspire you.
Yeah.
Caleb said, go to the contractor showcases. And I went to the one in Teco the same time last year, basically. way. And then, the end of the world hit with COVID, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really glad I went. But while we were there, there's 20, 30 new brands, and I see you're wearing perma edging shirt on. I think they helped you sponsor coming on down here.
I footed my own bill. They paid for molders, so you have to talk to them
going
about
on there,
that,
bud?
Man,
that's an awkward elephant in the room, right? It sounds like Andy's buying dinner.
They're great. I don't expect anything from anyone.
No, I'm just
it's just a little fun shirt to wear here. So
well, it was fun seeing all the different brands that were up at the Novi Contractor Showcase, and seeing all the different ideas, and it was just, for me personally, like motivating and educational. And I'm not even doing hardscaping, but while I'm there, I'm just picking up the lingo, checking things out, and it's really fun just to be immersed into that conversation.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do this. As we kind of button this thing up, we'll land the plane. Any practical tips that you want to share with these guys, with whether they're just getting started or maybe something that helped you as you were getting in the industry?
Yeah, I would definitely make sure you get a decent CRM or get on the How to Hardscape. He's got Excel spreadsheets for pricing. Just start pricing your jobs right from the beginning. I've probably lost millions on pricing jobs wrong over the years.
Amen.
And I just recently, in the last few years, focused in on getting my numbers straight. I mean, you can do the best work in the world, but if you're not making the money, it's way too hard of work to not make money while you're doing it. So
I've heard that.
Just get your numbers straight from the get-go. Hire good accountants and bookkeepers and get your numbers straight. I think it's more important than learning how to do the work. Anybody can learn it. I mean, it takes time to get super skilled at it, but you can do a basic patio pretty easily. I could train anybody in a week or less to do a patio, but it's a lot harder to learn the business side of things. I would kind of focus more energy on that. Sometimes I wish I would have gone to business school and not horticulture school. I could have maybe done a minor in horticulture, but just learning those business techniques to really thrive and profit and continue to use your business as a tool to be managed and not like a ball and chain that you're tied to. Like it's really an asset in our lives. And managing that is incredibly important. Yeah. I mean, just selling work and doing patios, I think anybody can do. But but actually making a life out of it and a career is a whole different ballgame. So.
We talk a lot about that on my show with knowing your numbers, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like that's permeating into some of your guys' ecosystem too, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But don't what do they say? Top number is vanity, the bottom line sanity.
Yeah.
And I do $1 million, but well, if you spend $1.1 million to do it, or you only made $30,000, it's like, come on, and I don't have the biggest lawn mowing company, but we're very profitable.
Exactly.
Like very profitable. And that's by design. Yeah. But only because I did it wrong the first 10 years.
For sure.
You know how that goes. So
learn from us and don't do that. Don't go down that path.
Amen. Well, let's do this. Plug your socials. Where can these guys find you? Like I said, we're just getting to know each other this last day or two. We were all hanging out in the hot tub. There was like 4 or 5 of us, and there was actually some girls this time, our wives, you know what I mean?
Nice, nice little lad in there.
First day, it was a little sausage party. But anyway, where can these guys find you if they want to go down the Josh Sutton rabbit hole?
I would. We're bigger on Instagram at Sutton Outdoor LLC, and I'm just kicking off a YouTube channel here. After being here, we got to get that rolling. Yeah,
heck yeah,
trying to get that set up because I definitely like to post some more informative videos and some fun content of our day to day and our struggles and victories we have. So I think it'll be a good avenue for that.
Shout out to some of the brands that you work at. You were dropping some bombs yesterday when we were sitting poolside.
Sure.
Belgard. What's some of the guys that you like to use?
We use a lot of Belgard. They backed us from the beginning. We became authorized contractors with them. Through that, we could use their free design studio for 3D designs.
Okay.
The level of support they give us is amazing. We just have a local Belgard manufacturer actually in Kansas City. Yeah. And then Unilock's come in, and they have a local hub now, so they've been great.
Cool.
We use PermaEdge for our concrete edge restraint. IQ, dustless technology, has been amazing for keeping our lungs clear. We've breathed a lot of silica dust over the years. So Weber MT, the roller compactors, they're amazing. And then we use our steel cutoff saws as well.
Cool.
And then our zip level and our Geo Ripper. I mean, we have the Geo Ripper that saves us so much time and money.
Yeah.
There's endless brands, but we're just thankful to be in an industry of such support from all the different manufacturers and companies. We work with Site One a lot.
Yep.
We have a local branch, so we are regulars there. They refer us a lot of work, and we return the favor and send clients in to look at pavers, and it's a nice relationship to have. So
this is good. Well, I'll tell you this: between you, Andy, Caleb, Mike with the Hardscape podcast, my friend Sean, I know Sean over on the East Coast. Once Liz and I decide to put in this backyard, I'm going to be calling you up all the time, right? Josh, what do you think about this? Josh, what do you think about that?
Well, I'll come have a steak or a beer, if nothing else, with you back there.
We're going to do the housewarming party
for sure.
I love it. All right, so Sutton Outdoor on Instagram.
That's right.
And then look for that channel on YouTube coming up. We really appreciate you jumping on the show with us, and hopefully maybe sometime this summer, going in the fall, we'll get maybe a mid-season update.
Sure.
See how you guys' season's going. I know you said you wanted to focus on making more profit this year, growing the top number, growing the bottom number.
For sure.
And making a bigger impact in 21, man. So thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, let's do this. Let's kick it over back to Marty in the ATL, the best producer in the biz, to kind of wrap this thing up here. And again, Josh, thanks for taking time to be on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, I felt a little weird complaining to Brian, Caleb Allman, and others that the social media posts from the Hype House hot tub were devoid of women. But then again, it would have been their wives in the vids and the various posts, so just, a little awkward. Hey, the testimonies are beginning to roll in from those who have purchased the whole ball of wax during this limited time deal. Let's roll one of those.
Hey guys, Brandon from Ross Lawn Care here. Hey, the whole bottle of wax has taught me so much. My favorite thing about it is how Brian breaks everything down step by step and teaches you how to price right, provide the service correctly, and how to set yourself apart from the competition. It has helped me a lot in my business. Anybody thinking about getting the whole bottle of wax, I would definitely jump on it. It is such a useful tool for you to have in your company.
Thanks, Brandon. Everything over at launchpreneuracademy.com, plus 2 coaching calls from Brian and the training courses and webinar from the Hardscape Academy are yours for less than a STEMI check. $9.99 gets you a $3,000 value, but more importantly, it just positions you to make exponential returns in your business this year and, well, for years to come. The link is in the show description, and of course, the reason we're able to bring you today's show is because of our friend, Corey Ballard. Ballard Innovative Products is a full line of gear for the lawn and landscape professional. From mower gear, safety gear, trailer racks, equipment securement, equipment servicing tools, aerators, mower blades, X-blades, aluminum baggers, and much more to make you efficient, effective, safe, and profitable in the field. Check out Ballard-Inc.com to help dominate and elevate your business. Ballard Innovative Products. With over 20 years of selling accessories and 30 years in the business, we're sure that we've got something you can't live without. We appreciate the support and look forward to serving you this season. Stay safe and keep grinding, friends. And don't forget to use Brian's 10 to save 10% at Ballard-Inc.com.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.